Greetings, friends. It's your friendly neighborhood PhD, Dr. Judd Burton, on this Inauguration Day, January the 20th, 2021. As always, I appreciate your support, and if you like the channel, click a like, subscribe, and share. And again, Inauguration Day. For good or ill, Joe Biden was sworn in as the 46th president today, and no matter where you stand politically on the issue of the presidency and the current occupant in the White House, we have to find a way to move forward. Um, our republic is a conversation between divergent viewpoints. Um, that's not to say that it will be easy necessarily moving forward, but um, the other piece of insight into this is that as Christians, our mission hasn't changed. Um, and we need to be salt and light in the earth and be neighbors to one another and not feed into um, the tension and panic and fear. You know, there are real supernatural undergirdings um, to those sort of mass social issues that we have today. Those of you familiar with my research know the work that I've done on Pan and Azazel, and our very word panic comes from Pan. So there is a supernatural source to all that. I say all that just to say that, again, wherever you fall on the political spectrum, we should be prayerful, we should move forward, and we should continue that conversation. Now, I do have a new book that I'm putting out today. It'll be released later this evening on the founding fathers to give you some perspective, perhaps, on the inauguration of presidents. As I take a look at the founding fathers, I've taught American history for 20 years, and so I have some observations on the founding fathers, and I put that into a book format, and I will. Once it releases, I'll put a link in the description. I'll have to do that later this evening, but I will put a link in the description, and you'll be able to purchase that first in ebook format. In news, I found something that's rather disturbing, and it kind of flew under the radar. Um, the fact that this event happened in December and we're just now learning about it in January is something of a troubling matter. And it has to do with the massacre of 750 Christians in Ethiopia. Ethiopia is undergoing some political turmoil, and um, there were some protesters uh, that had gathered at a church in Aksum, Tigray, I believe, and it is where this particular church is located. And the reason that they had gathered there is that this church in particular is believed by locals to house the Ark of the Covenant. Yeah. And again, many of you will be familiar with that backstory. Regardless of what you believe or don't believe, the fact of the matter is that there were hundreds of Christians that were killed because the fear was is that this political regime was going to actually take the Ark of the Covenant, um, and we should certainly pray for the families and the loss of life, um, and for the situation in Ethiopia. But it's also, beyond, of course, the loss of life, it's also very disturbing that this story really flew under the, the media radar, and you might even say was suppressed by a number of news agencies. Um, Definitely something to think about and pray about. Today, I also wanted to talk about the class offerings through the Institute of Biblical Anthropology. A number of you have taken classes with me. Some of you have completed the entire 12-course apprenticeship in biblical anthropology with me. I think there's probably no greater time in our history to study the Bible in context. And context is understanding culture, it's understanding language, it's understanding history. And I offer a way to do that, to study with me, to use my expertise as a historian, as an anthropologist, as an archaeologist, and my insights into the biblical world, and to provide that to you for a minimum of cost. And hey, you know, I know money's tight. It's tight for everybody right now. And so, because of that, I've knocked $50 off of the usual price for the entire 12 course apprenticeship. So, I'm offering that through January the 31st for $150 flat payment. If you've been wanting to study with me, now is a great time to take advantage of this limited time offer. And if you want to try individual classes, you can do that for $35 per class. But there are all kinds of things to get you ready to dive more deeply into the Bible, Old Testament, New Testament survey, biblical anthropology, biblical archaeology. There are classes on the ethnology and geography of the Bible, biblical demonology. I even have some introductory, rudimentary language tracks, and the religions of the biblical world, the history of Christianity, and a number of electives that you can take advantage of as well. So again, I'll put a link in the description so that you can get to that. For the time being, you can email me at professorburton@yahoo.com and put IBA in the subject, and we'll take care of it through there. But I've had all kinds of students from all walks of life in many different places in the world. So I extend that welcome to you, and would love to have you as a student. Now, I also am offering some book bundle deals here. And I know I'm sort of rolling through the sales here, but you know, uh, it takes resources to do what I do. And when you prayerfully give and support the Institute of Biblical Anthropology, Burton Beyond, you're helping to fund the war chest for me to be able to put resources to use in order to provide timely research, new books, new videos, new works, new papers, that sort of thing for you. Now, I'm offering 3 book bundles again through January the 31st. I'll put links in the descriptions. I've offered the It's Alive for $55 before, that contains it's basically a library on the occult. And it contains books like the Book of the Werewolves, edited volumes like the Book of Halloween. I did an edited volume of Frankenstein. There's William Godwin's Lives of the Necromancers. 7 books in all. The second one is the Giantology Library that I've offered before, and there are signed copies of Interview with the Giant, Paneas, and the other one is the Nephilim Dossier. And you'll have e-copies of the Book of the Giants, An Ethnological Digest of the Bible, and also the Shepherd Sling, which is an introduction to the topic of biblical giants. The last, that's also for $55. The last one is the Quick Classics Library, which contains 6 books on the classics: The Smaller History of Greece, Myths of Greece and Rome, The Religion of Numa, and Magic, Taboo, and Spirits, all of which are books on Greek and Roman culture. Those are hard copies, and then 2 e-copies of Paneas and the Book of Halloween, which actually does contain quite a bit about classical religion. So there's some stuff there for you if you want to, pad your library or you want to give books away. Um, those are some pretty price-effective ways to do that. Also, uh, I'm running 10% off of individual titles in my bookstore. I'll put links in the description to all of this. And again, like I say, I appreciate you guys watching, supporting, praying. If you buy the products, if you buy books and papers and reports and that sort of thing, I appreciate that too. But again, just prayerfully consider, uh, and I'll keep bringing you more episodes of Beyond Report, Quick Classics, uh, Antiquity X, Sunday School X. Almost got a couple of those episodes ready. I'll just keep bringing you the research and the caliber of things that you used to seeing. Now I'm going to be on a few shows coming up here within the next few days. I'll be on Jared Cressman's Through the Black. We'll see if Tom Dunn will show up too. I'll also be appearing on Derek Gilbert's View from the Bunker, Fire Theft Radio tomorrow, Thursday. Um, I'll be appearing on Canary Cry possibly this weekend, and Rob Skiba's Revolutionary Radio, I believe, this weekend as well, Saturday. But I'll keep you up to date on all of that. As always, thank you. Appreciate it. Um, click a like, subscribe, and share if you like the content. And we'll see you in the next Beyond Report. Godspeed.